Hi, how are you today? What brings you in today? Sorry to hear about your loss. Yes, I'm sorry to hear you've been feeling sad and lonely. Feelings of sadness and loneliness are an expected part of grieving. How long have you been grieving? And what are some strategies that have been helping you with your grief? Have you developed any strategies that you think are unhealthy? Okay. I think it is important to find a grieving group that could help you work through this. Support group and other people, community is very important. Have you had a history of any medical, mental, or emotional challenges? Okay. You've had some depression in the past. Yeah. And how did you work through those in the past? Okay, good. And you are able to use those skills now. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Do you happen to drink any alcohol or use any substances? You have in the past. How many times in the past year would you say you've had 4 or more drinks in a day? Okay, no? Okay, good. 1 drink per day or less is recommended for someone of your age. Anybody over 60, they recommend only having 1 drink or less a day. How many times in the past year have you used an illegal drug or used a prescription medication for non-medical reasons? Okay, you've never done that. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming when you're grieving, going through that process, and sometimes people will utilize alcohol or substance. And this is an important thing to address because when we get older, our bodies don't process alcohol and medications like they did when we were younger, which means that our liver and our kidneys are not working as efficiently to break down the medication and to excrete it. And so it's very important for you to know that and for us to let you know in order to make sure that you have the best medical care that we can provide. The other thing is that as we age, we start seeing signs and symptoms of like forgetfulness or something like that. And we might attribute that to aging, or maybe one of our disease processes starts to decline and get worse. And I think it's important to note that a lot of times these are not necessarily an aging process, but could be due to an increase in alcohol consumption or change in medication usage. So it's good to find good coping strategies such as mind-body work, which is very effective in the grieving process, and find a good community. Thanks for coming in today.